As you work through this Psalm 119, you begin to realize how balanced the psalmist is in his faith. And this penultimate section of the psalm highlights that very issue. So let's have a look at it. Verse 163, we see that he's been persecuted by the rulers of the day with no cause. But he's not afraid of them because he has a right fear of the Lord. And we see that his heart trembles at God's word, not at man's. And at the same time, in verse 162, not only does he tremble at God's word, but he rejoices in God's word. So we see this balance. He respects both the greatness of God, but he also, within it, has the joy of the Lord. It's both and in his life. Secondly, we see that he hates falsehood, but he loves God's law. Verse 163. Again, both of those things held in balance, that he hates what is wrong because he loves what is right. And also in his exuberant praise in verse 164, and yet his peaceful poise. It says that 7 times a day he praises God. It's probably an idiomatic phrase rather than specifically 7 times, which just simply means that he did it a lot. He praised God often. He went beyond what is expected. He just had a heart for praise and worship. But in verse 165, he also had a great peace and the poise not to stumble in life. Somebody once said that the singing saint is a stable saint. And for all the challenges of life, Lord, he walks through the level paths, even though his persecutors are laying traps and obstacles for him. And then fourthly, he both walks and he waits. Verse 166, just like the psalmist, we are waiting for Jesus to return and bring fully his salvation to his creation and his people. Waiting for that blessed hope, as Titus puts it in his book, chapter 2, verse 13. But as we wait, we walk towards it and we work for God so that we may be found faithful. So we're walking in the now and we're waiting for the not yet with eager anticipation.